Hey, it's me, Bobbert, and welcome to my Let's Play of Banjo-Kazooie. Now, we definitely got more than enough notes here, so we're heading on to our next stage, that is Bobbert Group Swamp. As you can see right here, well, besides the good Tilda statue, whoops, okay. Well, there's two directions we can go, the one on the right and the left. If we go here on the right, I'm just going to show this part off a bit because that's not the way we need to go. We could go there, but we're going to be missing out on the swamp stage. But I'm pretty sure I currently have enough notes to go through that door. Excuse me. But as you'll see in the possibly the next part or the part after that, we can't really do much during that stage. Doing that part again, I mean. And there's a power for the for today's part. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna remember all these. Most likely I'm gonna have to rewatch every part of my playthrough before I reach the game show part. That when Taylor was going to actually comment on one of her Guntilda facts right there. Oh, oh, I didn't need to know that. That one is always a weird one. It's either blowing up a balloon with a butt or performing a scary striptease. It's usually one of those two. And yeah, the gimmick here is if you go in the water, you get bit by piranhas. Just get some honeycomb pieces. That'll do. And you saw that there was a little opening there. We can't get to that until we get this, at least one of two power-ups. The boots being right there. And the other one is the animal transformation in this stage. We get to that golden crocodile in a moment, but right now we need to get the move for this stage. I apologize if you hear my drinking water sound. But anyways, now after we get the boots, I recommend exiting the stage first so we can get to this one part. It's a very important part, especially when it involves using the animal transformation. But you know, I just decided to beat up this guy for no reason, apparently. Alright, so let's get these boots. The time limit is, there's no specific time limit. It all depends on which boot you have. Some of them can be pretty short, while other ones can last pretty long, like this one. But before it goes out, you hear that ticking sound, so you got enough time to get into dry land. But you know, this is the little puzzle piece for the next stage, but that's, well, A, not to the next part, and B, not the part I'm talking about getting. We're going to get something else very important, and that is to destroy this ice ball. And, well, we can't go through there right now. So, back to Bobbert Group Swamp. I think this one's a bit shorter than the time. Yeah, see, it's already ticking. Again, it has random time. That goes for all the shoes you get, which is, I think it's only two pairs of shoes Banjo-Kazooie gets. The other one being the speed boots, which you won't get until Gobi's does it. I believe you can also end the boots early if you press B. I usually don't do that, mainly because it usually provides enough time. And I forgot, almost forgot about the golden crocodile here. And you need to get to him like about, I believe, 5 times. Yeah, he usually disappears all over the stage here. Gotta get that ginger. I don't think finding all the gingers are pretty hard, or let me rephrase that. I don't think getting all the gingers is hard. Finding them can be, at least for a first time, it can be a bit difficult because it can hide in some covered places, but they're not the hardest thing to find. They're not the hardest thing to find compared to the other collectibles. But anyways, we got a time limit here. We gotta get that Jiggy before the time runs out. Pretty self-explanatory. Ignore all the other collectibles. It's a bit tempting. I usually just prefer jumping over to get that instead of just carefully walking in that skinny platform. And well, this isn't the last time we're gonna have a challenge like that. But that's a little bit later on in the stage. Well, as of this recording, I just finished my Sonic Colors retrospective. The last Sonic retrospective I'm gonna do, at least for a while, is Sonic Unleashed. I'm hoping to get an Xbox Series X to play that game for best performance. Right now I got an Xbox One, the original model, and I'm pretty sure it runs pretty well on that console, but I think the Xbox Series X will make that game look 10 times better and runs 20 times better. Especially with the if you point out Sonic Unleashed on the original 360, there's some frame rate issues. But anyways, this was pretty self-explanatory. It's just hit the X on the egg, and of course you get a Jiggy. There we go. That thing, you gotta use this one, and of course there's always one more. Let's see. The Bobbert Swamp is an okay stage. I'm not sure if I kind of as my least favorite. Well, I don't really hate any other roads in Banjo-Kazooie, even Rusty Bucket Bay to a certain extent. I would say Bobbert Swamp is probably the most forgettable compared to all the other Banjo-Kazooie stages. because, you know, Momo's Mountain, you know, it's the first stage. Of course, people will remember it. Treasure Trove Cove, definitely a lot of things to remember about that. You know, like the shark or the password castle, which is, well, going to show off at the end of the part. You see, Quaker's Cabin's pretty awesome. And, you know, don't want to spoil too much about the other stages, but each one of them has something memorable. Even Rusty Bucket Bay, even though that's more of a negative reason because of that one section. But Bobbert Swamp does got some memorable sections, especially this one part that's also kind of annoying. But compared to the other stages, this one, you know, ranks pretty low. Maybe forgettable is not an accurate way to describe this world because there's still some memorable part. It's just that you're probably going to talk about the other stages way before this one. Even though this is one of the worlds that has the has a power up in, I mean not a power up, an animal transformation, and it's a pretty good transformation. I guess technically the best, or at least could be in the top 2. Mainly because it's the only animal transformation that has an attack. Okay, there's our Gruntilda switch over here. Let's see, I haven't played, well, I finished Banjo-Kazooie, but I haven't really played it as much as Banjo-Kazooie, but I think the one thing I like about Tooie over Kazooie is that the actual world they go to in that game feels like actual worlds, while this just seems like a series of platforms. There's barely any NPCs to talk to, except for a few sections, which, you know, we're going to show off a little bit later, especially if you play Diddy Kong Racing. You get to meet one character from that game. They don't really acknowledge that, or at least by the game's name. But again, we get to that when we get to that, which maybe actually, yeah, okay, pretty soon. But first, we gotta beat up this turtle. You know, but for a good cause. You know, we're actually helping him out by giving him pain, pretty much. Ooh, surprised I didn't get bitten there. And, you know, just like with Cranker, you can go inside of him. Though, not as complex as Cranker himself. It's just one little room. Oops. But before we go in there, let's get some of these collectibles here. Mainly that Jinjo. And there we go. Okay, camera's kind of weird here, so you don't know when it's gonna turn. And these turtles are called tip-tips. I believe that's the species name, and when not the name of an actual character in this game, at least. And this, his name is just Tip-Tip, and these are just turtles. No, I just call this guy Tip-Tip because, you know, he's the only one who has an actual name. Let's see. I know, based on his characteristics, I don't think this Tip Tip is the same as the one in the racing game. At least I don't get that impression. So that's why I think Tip Tip is a type of species in this game's world. But pretty much is a game of Simon Says. Says copy the song, and there's 3 faces. Now this one here, I think I messed up. Let's see if this is the one I made a mistake in. And there's always, when I'm recording these, yeah, see, I messed up, and what I didn't know, because it's been a long time since this happened, but I thought I had to start from the beginning again. But no, you just had to hit the right notes. But there we go. Oh, wow, we already got like most of the jiggy pieces. Yeah, I just want that empty honeycomb piece. It's a pretty easy honeycomb piece to miss, that you can miss, mainly because you don't have control of the cameras over here, and unless you go to first person mode, you won't be able to see it. But anyways, okay, there's another honeycomb piece. Yeah, they don't really disappear easily, just like in other games. I believe you can spawn like about, I was gonna say 10, but that sounds like a lot even for a Nintendo 64 game, even though this is the 360 version of the game, which is more believable. But I think it's actually about somewhere between 5 to 7 that you can spawn and, you know, leave around the stage. I know 10 may be the actual number because it does sound like the sounds too good to be true, but it's probably fact. But you know, I was just gonna play it safe and say about somewhere between 5 and 7. But anyways, that's still an impressive amount of honeycomb pieces that will stay on the field even if you enter another room. Although they'll probably disappear once you exit the actual stage. Oops. Oh yeah, I need to get to the other crocodile over here. This world may look a bit complex, but it's actually a pretty easy world to navigate. It's just think of it like a circle with different pathways on each side, or I guess circles don't technically have sides, but pretty much think of the middle as your hub world, and you have like about 4 different branching pathways. But anyways, now on to getting the next animal power up. Let's see. I keep saying animal power up, and that's mostly true, but one of them's not an animal. But again, we get to that once we get to the Mad Monster Mansion stage. But anyways, just navigate through the maze here, get all the notes. They usually give you plenty of time and plenty of boots as well. But before we get our next animal power up, we need to do one other thing. And that's get the other time jiggy piece that I mentioned at the beginning of the stage. This one, now this one you can easily fall off, and they give you very little time, so you have to be careful but be quick as well. I usually find it easiest just to do this, just do little jumps, and then, on the middle. Now, I'm surprised I didn't mess up here. I thought for sure I'm gonna mess up during the recording. But nope, first try. Can't really say the same for the next jiggy piece. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can still get hurt even while, while doing the boot canceling animation. Sorry. Nothing in there. Even as I know this game from head to toe, I still have to check everywhere because it's that type of game. And of course, just like whoops, okay, just like the one in the tip area, there's a honeycomb piece here that you can only see if you're in first person mode. I believe in the 360 version it's the Y button. But anyways, it's alligator time. Playing this first time as a kid, I thought he wanted one of those boots out there that Banjo-Kazooie used. But no, he was talking about alligator boots. Didn't know where they were when I was like 12. But anyways, before we go to the most annoying part of this stage, just get some of these collectibles out there. And you know what, I think I actually decided to just go and get this over with. His coin, his nose. I wonder if the Tip characters will say anything about the alligator. If I go in as the alligator transformation. But anyways, this is probably the most annoying character in this game. Maybe he's one of these characters that think he's the best, and whenever he loses, he thinks you cheated or kind of whines about it. But anyways, there's 3 phases. First one's pretty straightforward, just eat the apples. A strategy I like to do is try to get in front of him, and then he pushes you. And you notice the speed boots over there at the end. You can use those as the alligator, but you don't really need that to defeat him. Though it probably does make things a whole lot easier, despite the little crocodile has rubber band AI. And man, I got a pretty good lead here. I got a 1-up too. Now, as he said here, eat the red ones, not the other ones. But the other ones look like snakes to me. Are they supposed to be snakes? Or some snake-like creatures? Because the red one looks a lot like apples, but or he's a berry. Maybe tomatoes. While the other ones, I'm not sure what kind of fruit it's imitating, if it is. If you eat the wrong one, you pretty much freeze for a couple of seconds while Banjo coughs. Yep, as I demonstrated right there. He just coughs it up. Oh, almost got that one. I mean, I'm not sure which song I like better. This song right there or the bonus room song from Donkey Kong 64. I believe both done by the same person, Grant Kirkhope. This one's pretty good, but the Donkey Kong 61 one is more catchy and memorable, mainly because you hear you hear that song a whole lot of times, while this one you only hear a few times, or at least as you know I remembered. Okay, so back to the snakes. This one's always the toughest one, and of course, if you lose, you don't just lose and try again. There's a punishment, and well, I'm going to demonstrate this. Because, you know, spoiler, I'm going to lose. Yep, even if you tie, it's a loss. And he treats it like a victory, of course. And of course, every time you lose, you get a bite. Now, this is attempt number 4. I lost so much, I had to go outside and get some honeycomb pieces. And if you do that, you have to play all 3 rounds again. Of course, there's also a optional game. This is not even worth going to. You know, it's not even worth playing. Just get 3 extra life, but if you lose 1 life. But anyways, we got 9 jiggies. We essentially get that one Genzo. Excuse me. Okay. This is right here. And don't worry, I do a lot of editing at this part, so we can get through the whole area pretty quick. Ooh. This stage is pretty generous with the mumbo tokens, the Ekum Bokum, as that one anime character, that's to say, the VTuber, Korone, I believe, is like a anime girl dog. And got all the notes here, so let's just skip over to the end of the stage and go right back over here to get something pretty special. The one thing about Banjo-Kazooie that I feel like is missing in most current platformers is the chance of the exploration and, you know, actually try to find something that you probably wouldn't know about in your first playthrough. Sure, there might be some surprises and some Easter eggs, but this one something like this feels like an actual treasure hunt. Like almost like an episode, not an episode, like the Goonies, you know, trying to find something special. And this right here, he gives you a password that you enter in Treasure Trove Cove. I need my water again. See, there's the first password. Alright. Okay, now before we go to the little treasure place, there's one more thing I need to do. Well, make that 2 more things. Okay. And there's over there behind the Grunchy statue, Bruntilda asks. Let's see, Pigsty. Sorry if I'm going too fast about this thing. It's easy to memorize the words that the words that are shaking. What was that dead one about? Then again, maybe I don't want to know. But anyways, all you have to do is just put in the passwords right there. You hear that little notification ding. And, you know, you get double the eggs. This video is about to end, so hopefully you enjoy this part. Stay tuned for the next part where we go to Freeze Easy Peak. So this is me, Bobbert. Catch you guys later. Yeah, I agree.